Greetings, friendos, and welcome back to the Oxlayer for regrettably the last video of this year's Oktoberfest season. But because of this special occasion, I was able to conjure up a good friend of mine from out of state. We shall call him CM.
CM? That works.
So, as if it wasn't obvious by the title below CM over here, or over here underneath this purple thing, I forget which.
There.
Right. We're going to be carving jack-o'-lanterns. And part of the reason for this idea is I found out recently that my friend here has, unfortunately, over the course of his life, never carved a jack-o'-lantern.
Never.
And so I felt that we had to right that wrong today. So, we got ourselves a pair of pumpkins, which his seems to be covered up by the apple cider.
I was wondering why it looked rather brown.
As was I. But he has his pumpkin, I have mine, and before we begin, as you all already saw, we're going to be having a toast. Let's shake this up real quick. It's been sitting in the fridge for a while. Some nice spiced apple cider. Not too much. There. All right, folks. A toast. If you have a drink, feel free to raise it with us. A toast to another successful Oktoberfest and to a happy Halloween.
That is nice.
Indeed. It's a good vintage.
Apple pie without the crust.
Indeed. Now, before I get started, I'm going to be taking off my jacket because this is dry clean only, and well, that's quite expensive in these days. So, once I'm done with this, I will get started. CM, if you would like to get started first, feel free. There's no time limit, there's no rush, no scores. Just carving pumpkins like good old-fashioned goobas that we are.
Okay, this is a lot firmer than I thought it was going to be.
That usually happens with the smaller ones. Before doing surgery, one must put on their gloves. Those at home watching, and for the benefit of my friend here, when carving a pumpkin, it's best to get as much of these guts and stuff out after you first opened it up, because otherwise they'll get in the way of the face or whatever you decide to carve into the rind. Plus, if you're using like an actual flame candle, these things can become a fire hazard.
Good to know.
And always remember, and this also goes out to you, the viewers, your first pumpkin, your very first carving, your first anything is never going to be perfect. It's never going to be exactly what you're hoping for. So just have fun with it.
This does not look like a painted at all. But it is a carving. It is most definitely a carved pumpkin. Success.
I've unfortunately made him adorable.
Ooh.
That's wonderful. All right, folks, we're going to do a quick little jump over to our secondary camera, which I got specifically for this spooky occasion, and we will show you the grand reveal In 3, 2, 1.
Aha. Ghost pig. Ghost pig. Attempt at pig.
Your first attempt was actually not that bad. Trust me, I've seen far worse. Now let's get some lights in these bad boys and see how they look in the dark.
And this bad thing.
Abracadabra. Those are some good-looking pumpkins.
Green lights make anything better.
Indeed.
Well, boils, ghouls, and all other macabre manner of being, thank you so very much for tuning in for the final video of this year's Oktoberfest. On behalf of myself, my friend CM here, and Old Jack and Piggy Pal, we'd like to say one final toast for the season. Give us one moment. To you, everyone at home, feel free to raise another drink, or if you still have the one you had before, raise it again with us. To a very merry Hallow and a happy new Ween. Later, boils and ghouls.
Later.